Hi everyone, it's Sean from Retro Games Revived here, and I'm back with a pickups, a new year pickups. It is January 2024. Wow, and we're already on day 10. Tomorrow is my birthday, a ripe old age of 51. I will be 51. So yeah, hoo-wee, how times fly. But yeah, I just thought I'd share a few pickups. One from Christmas, a couple of eBay pickups, and a gift from retrogames.co.uk, Jace over at Retro Games, which I'll explain about when I come to it. So firstly, I'm going to show you I got a few items for Christmas. Not so much gaming related, directly gaming related. I got like a money box, a tin money box in shape of a Game Boy. That was actually part of the Secret Santa from work. I ended up with my boss. She was my Secret Santa. And yeah, she obviously knows I'm into gaming. So she got me that, and that has already been put into use. What else did I get? I did get Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty. However, that has already gone to my lockup. I forgot to leave it here for these pickups. This is a lastminute.com pickups. I'm waiting for our last to get ready to take her to work. I'm on my first day off, and I thought, you know what, I'll just do a little pickups and just show off a few things. Anyway, my sister always asks me what I want for Christmas, and vice versa, because we're very similar, me and my sister. We always know what we want. We always want something. You know when people say, "Oh, do you want?" I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I always know. So she says, "What do you want?" And in light of my Porky box, which, it's a very strange. I think I know what the problem was. It was starting to glitch on me, as in a lot of the games just weren't loading up for some reason. They were coming up with an error, and also you'd be playing the game, the screen would just go black for a couple of seconds and come back on. Sometimes it would hardly do it. Sometimes it'd do it pretty frequent. Anyway, because I'd asked my sister for a new one, a game stick. This is what she's got me. It's one of those cheap, I won't say cheap, yeah, I think this was £40, £35 or £40 off Amazon. But I asked her to get me this, to replace the Porky box. And my mate at work, he said, well, bring it in and I'll have a look at it and see if there's all, because I thought, I can't be bothered, I'm not opening it up, it's only a little Porky box. And it works fine for him. He hasn't had one single issue. Every game's loaded, it's never gone to the black screen. I can only assume that I've got an HDMI cable running to a splitter. It's got two, it goes from one HDMI to two HDMI, and I had my Xbox One and the Porky box plugged into that, and I can only assume that one interfering with it. Anyway, I said, well, you might as well keep the Porky box now. I've got this game stick, and it's basically just, it's that little Android stick or whatever they are, USB kind of thing. Only thing I've had to buy for it is an extended power cable. The one it came with, it was only tiny. And how we set up is I needed a longer one, so I've had to buy a long one. It was only about £3 odd. And problem solved. And I'm now got 40,000 games to get through before I die. The only problem, as you can imagine, with these is the cheap joypads. It's made to look like a PS2 joypad. Well, I suppose PS3 because it's wireless, but they are very cheap and nasty, and they really don't work that well. They're alright for basic games, but bear in mind this has got PS1 games, and it handles like dog shite. It's terrible. I have ordered a PS4 wireless dongle and a USB hub, and I'm going to try and connect one of my spare PS4 controls to it, because if you've got a decent controller then it'll be fine. But yeah, those are crap. The only other issue as well is such games on like the Spectrum, Amstrad, Commodore, which, you know, the keyboard based games really. Well, I know they've got joystick options, but these don't seem to want to play with like Commodore Spectrum games. You know, you're having to bring up a keyboard, select things. It's got a virtual keyboard, and I couldn't get it to work at all. The solution, I looked it up. Luckily, somebody's uploaded a video, and you have to configure it. Like for Spectrum, you have to configure it to Kempston joystick, and then you have to play on the second controller for some reason. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. And at the moment, I'm playing a PSP game. I've just put it up on screen to remind me what it's called. It's called Archibald's Adventures. Now, we'll try and find a little bit of footage just to overlay. And it's you're like this little guy on a skateboard. You're always on this skateboard, and it's very reminiscent of the 8-bit platformers that, you know, that us oldies, you know, are more used to. You know, there's platforms to jump across. There's enemies just going from side to side. You know, obviously there's some that float around the screen, and I'm really enjoying it because it reminds me of games like Monty Mole and you know, Manic Miner. It is, you know, obviously the graphics are a little bit better, but how it handles and how it plays, you start at one part, you've got to get to the exit. As simple as that, and I'm loving it. There's a lot of levels and different scenarios. I think you've got 15 levels on one scenario, then you move on to something else. I think there must be about 60 levels maybe. But yeah, it's something to get my teeth into, and for once I'm enjoying playing something, you know, different to COD. But anyway, that is that. And then on eBay, I don't know how, I was just flicking through some of my save searches. I think I clicked on one and then it just brought this up, and this is an Amiga disc. I ain't got an Amiga to play it on, but it don't matter, I own it. Whether it sits on the shelves forever and ever and never gets played, I'm not bothered. It's as you can see, it's 100 most remembered C64 game tunes, and basically there's just you know, a list of 100 SIG tunes from popular, well, just from C64 games. You know, this I wish this had been out back when, in the days when I had my Amiga and I used to go to 17-bit software and buy PD software. It does actually say at the bottom, virus-free PD, public domain. But yeah, I ain't got nothing to play it on. But it, you know, I had to have it. It wasn't there, I can't remember how much it was, but it wasn't there, only £5 or something like that. And I thought, if I don't get it and it disappears and I never see it again, because I'll probably forget what it was called, I'd be kicking myself at some point. So I've got it anyway. And it's from these guys, Amiga.com, and by the looks of it, they do all kinds of custom stuff. So, I mean, that's nice. Maybe in orange. I'd like an orange Commodore 64. Next we're on to an alternative software game. I think I counted up the other day at work. I think I'm down to the last five titles for alternative software for the full set. Technically I could get forward and say I've got a full set, because one, Jaws, is really, it's a cover variant, I've got the single cassette release, single, you know, case release. There is a clamshell release. Weirdly enough, even though the cassette and all the print inside is alternative software, on the cover it says Screen 7, and I'm a little bit confused with that. I don't know, but anyway, the latest edition, and this is the first one I've ever seen, and it come up. I really should write stuff down and tell you how much it was. It weren't all that dear because you know, whoever's listed it has obviously not realised that it is one of the rarest alternative software titles, and it is hideous. You know, look at that nice artwork, scary artwork. I've looked at a video on YouTube just to have a look and see what it is, though it played at 3 times speed, because obviously it must be a long boarding game. It don't really look that good. I think I linked it in the TMB WhatsApp group, and Eddie said he didn't seem to mind the look of it. He thought it looked alright. But like I say, we're playing at 3 times speed, so it's kind of a mazy exploration kind of game. But yeah, that's hideous, and that is another one to scratch off the list. I'm getting very excited because I'm getting close. So what we got last, like I said, there's not much to show you, but I just had to show you the particularly this item. If you have ever seen Retro Games, the channel Retro Games, and from the website retrogames.co.uk, Jace over at Retro Games runs it, and he does a weekly show. He's absolutely brilliant, proper laugh. A lot of people have, you know, likened him to a TV presenter, and he is an entertainer. He's a very good musician as well. I will throw that in there. I'm still playing Fort Blossom and the Jace in Japan albums, Jace. So yeah, if you're seeing those creeping up in views, that's me. That's me, Jace. But first of all, I forgot about this, and he even wrote me a little note on his little post-it notes that he does. He has these on every episode, on his games. He puts them on his games. I've got my own little post-it note. I can't get rid of that. Hey Sean, I've been waiting to give you this knob for a year, Jace. The knob he's going to give me, well, he has given me. It's a tiny one, Jace, though, isn't it? Jace's tiny knob is now in the hands of me, of Sean. There it is. That's the tiny knob. Does it look familiar to anybody? Well, if you're old school, then you'll know that it's from a Sega Master System joypad. Well, in the first release, they had a little screw hole in the D-pad, in the centre of the D-pad, and you could screw these in. Just a little joystick knob, and basically, you know, it acted as a little joystick. They were pretty pointless, really. And in fact, it just used to make your thumbs sore. Make your thumbs sore. You know, hence the term sore thumbs. But yeah, you just don't see these anymore. So I'm chuffed to bits with that, Jace. I really am, and I couldn't honestly remember. I now remember mentioning it to you, but obviously I had forgotten. But the thing is, he did a top 44 of his viewers, the hardcore 44, and I'll just show you this little keyring that came along. It's the hardcore 44. It's an elite club, and I'm part of it. I'm actually sixth in the top 44. I was chuffed to bits with that because I didn't expect to get ranked that high. But yeah, this is a nice little little keyring, retro games. Basically, anybody who was in the Hardcore 44, the people that's followed him from the beginning, they watched all his videos, watched all the video, the full content and stuff. Not necessarily everybody has, but that's the thing that he did. The top 44, he based it on the amount of comments. People commented every week, the amount of comments, the amount of watch time and stuff like that. God knows how he sorted it all out, but a mammoth task, I would imagine, Jace. But yeah, I was 6th because I love his shows. I do enjoy watching his show. I love the content. I love looking at the rare stuff that he's got. The diving helmet Dreamcast, the limited edition Dreamcasts and stuff. Wow, incredible. Every week he shows something pretty amazing. And then I got a retro games badge. So everybody in the Hardcore 44, if they get in touch with him, they will receive these. Retro games badge. I think this is my 2nd one now, so I am blessed. And then the creme de la creme, without a doubt, is these cups, mugs. Yeah, retro games, but the Hardcore 44, limited edition, only 44 of them. So yeah, I'm not going to use that. You may think that is to be used, Jace, but I'm not. That's going to go on my shelf. It's a collector's item. It's a limited edition. There ain't going to be no tea or coffee sucked out of that. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, 2024 is off to a brilliant start. And I'm visiting Russ and Claire in a couple of days on the 13th. I'm looking forward to that. I'm seeing them since September maybe. Dana's event, I think, was the last time I saw them. I was supposed to go down just before Christmas, but I'll be honest, money was tight. With Christmas and spending for that and what have you. Yeah, it was a bit tight. So I said, if it's alright, I'll come down in the new year, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring Claire a lovely present to get her teeth into. She might be stood at door waiting with a dagger. Put that anywhere near this house. You're getting that dagger through your heart. Basically, I've got a Philips CDI which is playing up. I can't remember the technical details, but I've heard it's an absolute ball ache to repair. She's going to have a crack at it for me, and if she can do it, then absolutely brilliant. If she can't, then so be it. It does work and it don't work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. So I'm at no loss with it. So yeah, that is it, people. And what's coming up? Community news. I'm going to start work on that after I finish this. And then it's Leeds. It's Leeds Gaming Market on the 3rd of Feb, I believe. Either 2nd or 3rd of Feb. Yeah, it should have been the Doncaster Video Game Market, but they've had to move venues. It's now going to be based at, well, for this one anyway. I think there's just like an exhibition on at the Doncaster Dome in the hall, which they normally use. So they've had to change venue just for this one, and that's at the Leeds Armories, some kind of hall at the Leeds Armories. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be going there. Not many people have said they're going, to be honest. So I'm hoping there is some people attends it, and have a nice chat, and be nice to see people. I think James Retro Import Games said he's hoping to go, fingers crossed. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully I'll see you there, James, and anyone else who's attending. Yeah, I may do a video on that. If I pick out up, to be honest, I just got to see people nowadays. I'm not really that fussed about picking anything up, though I usually do. But anyway, that is it for now, and until the next time we meet, thanks for watching, take care everybody, and see you later.